Boy, do I love poetry. The sillier, the better. The two I picked to read to you have been my favourites since forever. In this book is a lively poem about a walrus and his carpenter chum. It's by the author Lewis Carroll, as told by Tweedledee and Tweedledum. The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd, because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily, because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. "It's very rude of him," she said, "to come and spoil the fun." The sea was wet as wet could be. The sands were dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead. There were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand. If this were only cleared away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the walrus said, that they could get it clear? "I doubt it," said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear. "Oh, oysters, come and walk with us," the walrus did beseech. "A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4, to give a hand to each." The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed. Their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more, and more, and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore. The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low, and all the little oysters stood and waited in a row. "The time has come," the walrus said, "to talk of many things, of shoes, and ships, and sealing wax, of cabbages, and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings." "But wait a bit," the oysters cried, "before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat." "No hurry," said the carpenter. They thanked him much for that. "A loaf of bread," the walrus said, "is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar, besides, are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed." "But not on us," the oysters cried, turning a little blue. "After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do." "The night is fine," the walrus said. "Do you admire the view?" "It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice." The carpenter said nothing, but cut us another slice. "I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice." "It seems a shame," the walrus said, "to play them such a trick, after we've brought them out so far, and made them trot so quick." The carpenter said nothing but, "The butter's spread too thick." "I weep for you," the walrus said. "I deeply sympathize." With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his streaming eyes. "Oh, oysters," said the carpenter, "you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again?" But answer came there none. And that was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one. Oh my goodness! What a twist! Were you expecting that? How they ate all the friendly oysters in practically no time flat. Let's move on to another one. It's called Busy by A. Milne. From the book Now We Are Six. This one's sure to be a thrill. I asked my good friend Judith if she would please give it a read. She said yes and will try her best to read it at a busy speed.
I think I am a muffin man, I haven't got a bell. I haven't got the muffin things that muffin people sell. Perhaps I am a postman, no, I think I am a tram. I'm feeling rather funny and I don't know what I am. But roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go. All around the table in the nursery. Roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go. I think I am a traveler escaping from a bear. I think I am an elephant behind another elephant who really isn't there. So roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go. I think I am a ticket man who's selling tickets, please. I think I am a doctor who is visiting a sneeze. Perhaps I am a nanny who is walking with a pram. I'm feeling rather funny and I don't know what I am. But roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go. All around the table in the nursery. Roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go. I think I am a puppy, so I'm hanging out my tongue. I think I am a camel who is looking for a camel who is looking for a camel who is looking for its young. So roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout and roundabout I go.
All that running around has made me a little spacey. Let's take a break and sing a song about how great it is to be crazy.
Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Silly and foolish all day long. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? A horse and a flea and 3 blind mice sat on a curbstone shooting dice. The horse he slipped and fell on the flea. Whoop, said the flea, there's a horse on me. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Silly and foolish all day long. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Way down south where bananas grow, a monkey stepped on an elephant's toe. The elephant cried with tears in his eyes, why don't you pick on someone your own size? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Silly and foolish all day long. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Eli sells some socks, $1 a pair, a nickel a box. The longer you wear them, the shorter they get. Throw them in the water and they don't get wet. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy? Silly and foolish all day long. Boom, boom, ain't it great to be crazy?
Want more funny poems? Well, we've got you covered. These books have the funniest poems that have ever been uttered. For laughing out louder, more poems to tickle your funny bone. By Jack Prelutsky and illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. Dinosaur Dinner with a Slice of Alligator Pie. Favorite Poems by Dennis Lee and illustrated by Debbie Tilley. Hard-Boiled Bugs for Breakfast and Other Tasty Poems by Jack Prelutsky with drawings by Ruth Chan. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like, then hit subscribe and be notified by tapping the bell, alright? Thank you all for joining me. It really was sublime. I can't wait for us to meet again. Until next time.
See you later, alligator, out in the wild, crocodile, give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, sweet baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Love goodbye, butterfly.